Hey dads, have you ever thought about getting an authentic African black soap to wash up with? Let's talk about that today because I got a bottle here and I figured I'd give my 2 cents on it. But first of all, hi to all the new dads out there. This is Dad Reviews. This is where I give you my unedited, hopefully more authentic review of the products that I like, have, and use. So if you're into that, you might want to consider clicking that subscribe button. Also, that thumbs up is appreciated too. So I have this stuff here. It's made by Alaffia. I'll link it up down in the description below, but it is authentic African black soap. And I had no clue what African black soap was, but apparently it's an all-in-one body wash shampoo, and it says it's shaving and more. I'd never tried the shaving aspect of it. 32-ounce bottle. I'll tell you why I picked this one up in just a minute. It does say ethical trade, gluten-free, handcrafted vegan, no animal testing, paraben-free, if you care about all of that stuff. And it talks a little bit about what African black soap is here. I'll read that at the end of the review if you guys care to learn a little bit more about it. But the reason why I picked this up is because I was looking for my Dr. Bronner's. If y'all saw my previous review, I'll link that up right up there. I use this soap called Dr. Bronner's, and I absolutely love it. It's the best stuff out there, and you can use it for so many things, which is one reason why I liked it. So they had it in stock at the place that I was at, but the price was like ridiculously high. I think I was at Whole Foods maybe or something like that, and this was cheaper. So I was like, 32 ounces, same size or whatever is what I usually get. So I'll try this out for the since you get the exact same amount. We'll see what happens with it. Well, I gotta say that it smells great. It's a tangerine citrus smell. I think they have a bunch of other different flavors. I'll link it up down in the description below of all the other flavors. It's got a nice smell to it. You know, they have their causes here that I think they give money to or whatever. So if you guys want to learn about that, planting trees and school supplies. The problem that I have with this, though, is that you don't get as much lather as you do with something like the Dr. Bronner's. If y'all watched my previous video, the Dr. Bronner's, I mean, that thing, the puff was just going nuts. So I figured I'd do a little demonstration like I did in that other video to show you guys what this stuff is like. So again, you can laugh at me if you want to. I use a pink puff. I don't know why. I think it may have been the cheapest one that I saw at the store, or I didn't really think about it and I just grabbed it, or it may have been my wife's. I don't remember. But I got my puff here. That's what I like to use. I like it because it scrubs, but that's a whole different review. So I'm gonna dip it in the water here. We'll get it nice and wet. Let me move it up. Let me get the soap. There was a little bit left in here from whenever I was using it, so I figured that I would save a little bit for you dads. Pull my soap out, or my puff out. Okay, here we go. So I usually do, I noticed that I had to use more of it, so I'm just gonna kind of put, you see how much I'm putting. You get an idea of comparison from what I did on the Dr. Bronner's in the previous video to this one here. And I'm just gonna start lathering this one up and let's see what happens. I will say the smell is great. I really like the smell of this. But as you can see, I mean, it does lather up. It gives a good little lather, but it's just, it wasn't enough like I was used to with the Dr. Bronner's. I mean, you remember from the previous video, the Dr. Bronner's, I mean, the puff was like exploding with suds. And yes, this one does give suds, but it's just, it wasn't as much as the other one. So like, it's just not, it wasn't able to cover most of my body. And y'all saw how much I put on that puff too. It was a whole lot more than the Dr. Bronner's that I put. The Dr. Bronner's I put like a dime to a quarter size of stuff on the puff. And I mean, this thing, y'all saw me like spread it all over and whatnot. I probably used a good $50, maybe $2.50 worth of stuff. And I'm not getting as much lather. Nah, it's just, it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. And you know, I said at the beginning of this that the price was what I was concerned about. Well, the price kind of negates it if you have to use more of the stuff and you're not able to get as much. So just to give you guys an idea, so y'all can see my hands here. It produces, this is what fell, but I don't think that was enough to get to cover my whole body. I really don't, even with as much as I put on there too. I'm trying to get all the soap suds off here because I told you guys that I wanted to, I was gonna read you guys the back of this thing if you guys wanted to know a little bit more about what black African soap is all about. So they say, it's made from century-old recipe, and it kind of interested me, the history behind it, and that's one reason why I picked it up too. Century-old recipe of handcrafted shea butter from West African palm oil. Safanication is provided by adding ashes to the hot oils, then cooking it for 6 hours. The last step is curing the soap in the sun for 3 weeks, resulting in a gentle hand and body wash. In West Africa, black soap is known as its Yoruba name, Oesi Dudu. Dudu means black, which comes from extensive cooking of the soap to the point of charcoal. Many cultures in West Africa use charcoal to detoxify and purify the skin. So I don't know if I'm getting detoxified and purified and all that mess with this stuff or with my Dr. Bronner stuff that I actually like right there. I'll link up this stuff down below. That's the soap that I use. It's great stuff. But it just wasn't producing the suds that I needed for me, and that's what I cared about. So if you guys care to check out more about this, I'll link it up down in the below. Like I said, I'll link up the stuff that I use down below as well. Let me know what kind of soap you guys use down in the comments below. That's one thing that I'd be curious to know. What brand of soap do y'all go for at the store? If you want to watch more of our videos, I'll put some more right there on the screen. Would love to have you watch some more of them. Love it when you guys do that. Hit that subscribe button if you like what we're doing here on the Dad Reviews. I'd love to have you here as a subscriber. If you guys have a product that y'all want us to review, let me know down in the comments below what it is, and I'll see if I can get it for you. Thank you guys for watching. That thumbs up is appreciated, and Dad